Play ball.
All right, he passed the test. He passed.
He
passed. All right, everyone. Welcome back to the S.L.I.D.E podcast. I am Coach Aaron, and tonight we have Coach Jenn joining us. How are you, ma'am?
I'm doing well. I hate this cold weather, but it's all right.
Well, look, my voice is going to change throughout this call, probably because my allergies are like driving me insane. So, like, I feel like I'm losing my voice at sometimes, and then sometimes it comes back. So
I might actually get to talk this time.
You sure you have a chance? There is
Aaron,
a chance. So you're saying there's a chance. Know it. Hey, you know what I found out today, and this is just like non-baseball related, but did you know that there is a golfer out there that just signed with Ball State, and his name is Happy Gilmore?
I don't believe it.
Look
had to
him
have
up.
changed. He had to have changed his name, right?
I don't know, but he's a kid. I mean, he's, I don't want to say kid to offend our guest today.
17, 18 years old.
Yeah. Like, and he's got sponsors from like, what's the TaylorMade? And like I saw, I think Barstool posted it earlier, and I did the same look. I'm like looking, he's got a website, and but he's freaking Happy Gilmore.
He's sitting on a gold mine. You know what? He's probably gonna have so many endorsements. I wonder if he runs up to the golf ball and hits it like Happy Gilmore did.
Dude, he has got to do something. Like, you can't have that name playing golf without some of the antics, like go home ball, all of this.
Home.
I know. Well, anyway, anything going on in your world?
Oh, a lot of everything. This is a wild time of year for us. And I'm hoping to carry the momentum through the end of the year at work. Callie's still doing soccer. Colton's taking a break. So, you know what? Let me tell you some good news. This is way off topic, but I've never been able to take the week of Christmas off. I'm taking the entire week of Christmas off this year. So I'm very thankful. Thankful November.
I am there with you. Actually, there's only one other time than this year I was able to take, the Christmas holiday season off. And it was the year Jace was born. And he was born December 8th, and so I had the rest of December off. So, but outside of that, I am with you this year. This will be the first year that I don't have to worry about any of that stuff. So
excited.
Oh, and I know some of our listeners are, probably planning to get up at the really early crack of dawn to go shopping.
You were going to say, I know what you were going to say.
I had to catch it. But they're going to get up early to go shopping, and you know what? I just couldn't do it. So, hey, but you know what? For our listeners out there and for the players, I myself, and I think Jenn, for a few days, we're going to be in Panama City, December 27th through the end of the year. So make sure, if you're interested in joining some of these athletics tournaments that's running throughout the country, they've got some few opening spots in Mesa, and I think one of them in Southern Cal. But yeah, we're going to be at Panama City, so it's going to be a lot of fun. So,
and warmer.
And a lot warmer, 2 days after Christmas. Isn't that amazing? So,
yeah.
All right. Well, today we're joined with a gentleman based out of California, just signed with Cal State Fullerton, Mr. Dylan Smith. How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing great. How about you?
Good, man. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
So I know I've asked you this, but we're your first official interview, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, this is going to be what's played on Sports Center, maybe not even 10 years from now, maybe like 5 or 6 years, maybe when you're winning your first Cy Young, and, they're going to play this to say, well, here's where he came from.
Maybe
we hope so. Yeah.
Awesome. And well, obviously I just told everyone what's going on here, but tell us a little bit about yourself, man. So we don't know what position you play. Just give us like a 30-second elevator pitch of who you are.
I go to West High School in Torrance, California. I'm primarily a pitcher, but I still play the field and everything, like shortstop, second base, just in the infield. Still hitting everything. I'm not a PO yet. but I still just try to do it all.
Very cool, man. And how many offers did you get?
I had 4.
Wow.
Nice.
That is awesome.
So just a second ago, you said PO. So there's a couple of 9, 10, 11-year-olds that may not know what that means. Tell them what that means and kind of how that transitions as you go from high school to college.
So a PO is a pitcher only. So basically, as you get older, pitchers tend to not hit because it's just how it's always been, kind of. So you'll get a DH, a designated hitter, to hit for you, and then at the higher levels, the pitchers usually won't hit because they're just focused on their pitching and their outings and all of that. So, like, I don't know how else to put it.
Yeah,
there's not even in the MLB. There's not. If they hit, they're definitely no good.
No. Shohei Ohtani.
Oh, come on. If you can name 5, I would be impressed.
Oh, no. Now 5 not, but there is one one amazing dude. So, and we're still yet to see if he just had Tommy John surgery. So we're yet to see if what he's gonna declare for his next year. But anyway, going back to that, yeah, that's exactly what it is, a PO. But you were about to say who were the offers from?
My first one was from Cal State Northridge, and then I also had one from University of Santa Barbara and University of Irvine.
Wow. Okay. So you're West Coast born and bred, huh? You didn't want to get out of the West Coast.
I mean, like before all my other like recruiting started, I was like, I'm completely fine with going across the country. Like that'd be sick. But like as it kind of started going, I was like, all the schools that I like and love are right here on the West Coast. And as I grew up, I wanted to stay closer to home.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I understand. Well, and just to set the environment for everyone that is listening, tell us where you're at, because it sounds maybe like we don't know if you're, in the jungle gym area, playground, or what's going on there. Just let everybody know where we're at.
I'm at Hit Factory in Torrance, California. It's my first time here too, but it's a pretty sick place. There's a practice on an indoor turf field going on, full infield, and there's like 13 or something cages in here. It's pretty.
Wow.
It's pretty.
Well, I didn't want anybody to think you were at a daycare or something. So everybody out there has got adult supervision. So, all right, Jen, start us off. What you got?
Oh, let's see. How old were you when you started playing baseball?
I probably first picked up like that plastic bat, plastic ball when I was like 1 probably, but I first started playing t-ball when I was like 4 or 5 maybe.
Do you have siblings?
Yeah, I have an older brother. He played baseball when he was like young, and then stopped like when he got up to like teenage, like 12 years old. But he started playing before me, so then I just took after him.
Yeah,
very cool.
How about your parents? Did they play sports or baseball?
My dad played a little bit of baseball up into high school, but then he got hurt, and then he went on to play football in college. And then my mom was a soccer player.
Oh, that's nice.
Wow.
Got good genetics.
Yeah, you were destined to be an athlete, that's for sure.
What do you think it was about baseball that kept you coming back?
I don't know. I think I was just the best at it.
That's a great answer. You know what? Once you figure out what you're good at, do more. Do more of that.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, so thinking back to your childhood years and the t-ball years and, all of those like first few seasons that you played, tell me what you remember most about those.
I played at this local pony league called TAB, which stands for Torrance American Boys Baseball. And then like throughout the younger years, I was kind of just playing because my parents signed me up for it, and I liked it, so I kept playing. And then as like a couple years went by, started going by, like all the families, like we all started to get really close. It was a ginormous group of everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Like today, like to this day, we're like family, all go to like high schools around each other. So then like it just like from those young relationships that I built, like the first people that like I met during playing baseball.
Right.
It's like coming back, and then I just continued. It just allowed me to grow the love for the sport. So
Yeah.
had a good time.
Well, you got to do me a favor. When we're done here, that kid that I keep hearing in the background, tell him we need to get his name. We're going to have to put his name in the notes that he was on this show. So he is loud. Well, all right. So I get the whole attachment to it, but what's your best memories of playing when you were under 10? Like, do you remember a specific game, or like that, you guys were in a battle, or what do you remember most about those years?
I remember in my uh, that we did 2 years at each level. In my second year of Pinto and in my first year of Mustang, my team was back-to-back champions. So we won. That was I only won the championship in the league twice, and it was those back-to-back years. So that's like a memory I've always never forgotten.
That is freaking awesome. Now I gotta ask you, I saw Jen's face, but you said something about Pinto and Mustang.
Yeah, so there's like a bunch like the levels as you get older at this tab pony league.
Mm-hmm.
The first one was just T-ball, and then there's Shetland for 2 years, which like they use the little like pitching machine to pitch for batters.
Yep.
And once you get to Pinto, then that's when they first like introduce the actual kids pitching to each other.
Yeah. Well, what
And
comes
then
after Pinto?
Mustang.
And then Pony.
And then after that is which is the final level.
What was the name of it?
Bronco.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Wait a minute. I do have to question. Is a Pinto a reference to a horse?
I think they're all a form of a horse.
Yeah.
It's got to be. See, when you said Pinto and Mustang, I was thinking cars. But then Shetland's a pony, and
all right.
I don't know.
We're gonna have to figure it out. You Googling it?
I'm gonna have to look it up. But Jen, you go ahead and ask him another question while I'm looking this up.
All right. So talk to me about positions that you played starting out. Did you start out as a pitcher, or were you infield? What?
No, I started out as a shortstop. That's okay. Middle infield, shortstop.
Yeah. I feel like some shortstops do end up turning into pitchers because they like to throw it so hard. Like they make that play and then they just want to fire it over to first base.
Yeah.
So what's your favorite position to play?
Pitcher. Well, now a pitcher, but back then shortstop.
Okay. How hard do you throw?
I've been up to 90.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, that's amazing. Any movement on the ball?
Yeah, my fastball like has like a lot of run on it, and then I also have a sinker too to throw, like another form of my fastball. So
yeah. If you had to pick one position on the team that's the most important to be able to believe in and to know that they're going to have your back as a pitcher, who would you say that is? Like, who are you going to depend on the field?
My catcher, definitely.
She totally set you up.
I was maybe leading you to say
Listen,
that.
Listen, if we were in a courtroom right now, I would be saying leading. And
put your hand on the Bible.
Yeah, and the judge would say sustain. That's exactly. All right. So a Pinto horse. Yes, it is. Has color spots or large patches of white and any other color. So Pinto is a color scheme, I think.
Mystery solved.
Yeah, look at there. Fun facts on the S.L.I.D.E podcast.
Mm-hmm.
All right, dude. So, so you went through. At what age did you leave that baseball, like that organization?
So I didn't play my final year of Bronco because in pony baseball, the whole all the pony, they made a new rule where like the bats were like too juiced, so they like made a new bat requirement, and I kind of didn't like that. And then I was like kind of gearing up to like I was like wanting to start to prepare for high school baseball.
Yeah,
I just didn't play my last year, because which was partially inspired by that bat rule thing.
Right.
And then I joined a high school development team to prepare for high school.
All right. Well, I got one question before we go to the high school development part of it. But what was the deal with the bats? What bats were they taking out?
The USSSA bats became
Oh,
illegal,
really?
and then they changed it to just USA.
Oh, so smaller barrels, less load.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, I
Those
get it.
those USA bats, no good, no
Look,
bueno.
they're
yeah.
just compliant. There's nothing special about.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so now what was the like? Did you notice as soon as you got to high school, like the big difference in competition or in the practices, or like what was the biggest change for you once you joined your high school team?
I feel like I was kind of already prepared for it because I was on the high school development team for 2 years,
Right.
7th and 8th grade. So I was kind of like ready because that development team was coached by a high school coach who had also played on the Houston Astros.
Oh,
So
wow, okay.
like prepare me more than enough. So I was like ready for it and
Gotcha.
knew what to expect.
So you walked in big man on campus, huh?
I was pretty small.
Uh, do you have a lot of swag when you're out on the mound?
I mean, I have a funky leg kick. That's like
I think I
one of
did.
the
I think I did see that on your Instagram, maybe.
yeah. I
Um,
kick it straight out.
yes, yes. It's almost like you've
Hmm.
hit his knee, like his knee and the reflex kicks. Yeah, yeah. Um, that's
Is that
cool.
is that something that you tried to do early on, or it just was your mechanics?
I never really did it, but I like during like I just started watching like a lot of like Trevor Bauer pitching stuff, and he kind of did that, and then I over exaggerated it, and then I liked it, and then I just started feeling better, so I just started doing it.
That's cool. Like hearing how
Yeah.
players, again, 5, 6 years from now, when we're hopefully looking at him on TV, like we'll know the kind of the story behind the leg kick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Because some commentator is going to bring it up. I mean, it's going to be brought up. But well, so I want to get to know you a little bit more as a person. But before we get to that part of it, like, what was the recruiting like when you were going through? These different offers in schools. Like, what should the younger kids know now that's important when you're wanting to be recruited?
I think it's like just managing yourself and everything you can control. Like when your coaches say like, "Oh, fix like don't let your emotions get out of hand and stuff," and like stay composed and everything. Like it's a real thing. People like scouts or even like fans in the stand will notice that and be like, "Oh, like he's like pouting and everything,"
Yeah,
and it's like
Hmm.
it's just look. But like
yeah,
apart from that, just like take care of your body. There's no point in trying to be recruited if your body's not ready. You're not like be as big and as strong as you can
yeah.
and be ready for it.
Cool. Well, I think that's a big thing for kids is like there's a lot of work and commitment that goes into developing yourself and your body to be ready for high school ball, and now you're preparing for collegiate ball. Sorry, I messed that one totally up, but collegiate ball.
Collagen,
Yeah,
collagen
collagen. I
ball.
think that's where I was going with it, but collagen ball. I
Dylan,
mean,
what if there's kids that are trying to like calm themselves down on the mound, because that can get really out of hand if you get in your own head. What do you think is the best thing you've learned or been taught about how to bring it back in and then refocus?
For me, it's always just find a focal point, look at it for a second, take a deep breath, and then just look down at the ground, look at my feet, and then I'm locked back in. So like if I'm hitting, I look at the barrel of my bat, and then I'll look at my feet as I walk in, take my breath, and then I'm then good. But if I'm pitching, I like to look at the top of the backstop and take my breath, and then zone back in.
I
awesome.
like it.
What kind of bat you looking at these days?
I swing the 2023 Demerini Voodoo.
Okay, all right. I've seen a couple of those break. Yours holding up pretty good.
Yeah, mine's been holding up.
Okay, good. Well, look, hopefully we can get you a sponsorship now. So he's swinging the meta. So all right. Well, when it came down to making that final decision, like, what did you make your choice based on? And my
I
voice is like in and out, so I apologize.
think the biggest reasoning for my decision was the relationship with the coaching staff I had,
Right.
and then Fullerton just has like such a strong history in their baseball program.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that was also another factor.
Yeah, because you guys have that school's won, was it 4 or 5
Four.
championships? 4. Okay. Yeah, well, and one of those you put Miami out in the semifinals, I believe it was. So we're going to go on record with saying I'm not happy about you choosing this school, but I'll be okay. So, oh, all right, dude. Let's talk about the fun stuff, man. Like, who are you? What do you do for fun? All that fun stuff. And well, actually, before we do that, we'll talk a little bit more about school. What's going to be your major?
Right now, I'm kind of like set on kinesiology because that I've just been like talking to people who have done kinesiology. They don't hate their lives while they're taking it. It's not like too overwhelming.
All right,
And
Jen, kinesiology. I feel
Yeah.
like I should know that one.
It's like the study of movement, how the body moves, and it's a lot of physics actually. That'll probably be your hardest class. I would venture to say you probably have to have some physics.
Mm. And you
Do you know
signed
what
up
you
for
want?
that.
Do you know what you want to do after school? I mean, other than GoPro, of course. But if that doesn't work out,
I mean, I think my top things that I've been looking at or like want to do is like become a firefighter or like do something in the sports industry still.
yeah,
Awesome. Well, if you make it through kinesiology, and I feel like that is kinetic tied into that word a little bit. Kinesiology and kinetic force. Who knows?
yeah.
I have no idea what I'm talking about right now. So anyway,
Trying to sound smart, and I'm just kidding. I'm
yeah,
just kidding. You are very smart.
I feel like everyone on that listens to this show knows the answer. That I don't have to prove that one. I don't think Dylan. I don't think I'm the smartest by any means. So, all right, dude. Hey, so what do you do for fun, man? When you're done playing baseball, practice is over. What are you doing to like chill out?
I mean, after practice, I go to the gym and all that, but I'm assuming you're not asking about that. But
I'm yeah. Like what's really Dylan
like,
like?
so like after school we have practice, and then after practice ends usually around like 4:30 ish, and after that I'll go to this facility I train at called Bimo Elite Athletics,
Uh huh.
run by Joe Bimo, who was in the MLB for 13 years. And it's like a big like pitching facility. Like there's a bunch of trainers there that like they'll like get me on a throwing program or something, or like get me on a lifting program to like help my specific needs for what my body is lacking.
Yeah. Well, what do you do after like nothing baseball related? Do you go? Well, see, you're a California boy, so
Yeah.
like over here on this side of the country, I would say, are you hunting, or are you fishing, or that kind of stuff? Are you like catching some waves out there in Malibu or something?
I'm not big into surfing, but recently I've been into fishing down at the
Okay.
beach harbor. Me and a couple friends just go down there, chill, catch some fish, release them.
Yeah.
That's been like our big thing.
Well, you need to get you like some camo. Just what you guys is this is like a probably a big public beach, a dock or something off the beach.
And it's just in like the boat harbor, just in between all the boats.
Well, that would be cool. You and a couple friends just camo it out one day and just like walk out and sit on the dock, find you a straw somewhere and put it in your mouth. And, people will wonder where they are. I think that would be hilarious. Jen, I'm sorry. I'm having too
I just
much
got a
fun
really
tonight.
good visual of Dylan in like some overalls,
Yes.
wife
Yes.
beater underneath.
I don't know about that one, but
No
no,
overalls though. piece of hay in his mouth. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm down with it.
Maybe a straw hat. I mean, that may be going a bit too far.
No, but it's cool that you do that because I don't think that a lot of kids your age take initiative to like just go hang out with their buds and fish anymore. So I like it. There's one kid that walks through our neighborhood with like, he looks like Opie Taylor. He's got his fishing pole on his back, and he's like just walking over to some local pond, just like fishes.
Hey, look, you teach a man to fish, he can provide. I mean,
that's right.
Dylan, take notes.
Life.
I say a lot of like important things.
He's very profound. Yeah,
I am. I take after Socrates. So I think he does that kind of stuff. I don't know.
He does.
He's a philosopher or something.
He's a philosopher.
We're all over the place. Dylan, what kind of music you listen to, man?
Big in the country.
I could see that. Morgan Wallen?
Yeah.
Of course. Like, this dude is so popular right now. Now, I have to ask you a question. So, all this personal stuff and talking, fishing, and like, what do coaches tell you about social media? Like, because, of course, we all want to be followed. We all want to be liked, all this stuff. But what do coaches tell you about it?
There's like, try to remind us, like, be smart. Don't post anything stupid, because once you're like committing everything, you're under a microscope. People are watching to make sure you don't screw up because they're jealous of what you have.
Yeah.
So they'll find ways to ruin your life. So you just have to be smart about what you're sharing out to the world, because they could ruin.
Now, did you have anybody from any of the schools like find anything on your social media that they asked you a question about that gave you a hint that they even looked that much about you?
No. I mean, they would like comment like my Twitter, but like on Twitter I just like post on like baseball film and stuff.
Yeah.
Nobody really like mention anything about like what I have on Instagram or anything.
Gotcha. Well, the reason I asked that question is kids these days will post and retweet, and actually, is it retweet? It's X now. I know I've asked this several times, but re-exit. But like, seriously, you have to really think about like when I'm looking to hire someone or when I'm looking to bring someone on the team, like first thing I'm doing is I'm doing a little stalking on social media. I want to know what kind of person I'm dealing with. And I know that has to be going on in colleges with the coaches because you're an investment to that school. So
yeah,
there's a lot of pressure on you, sir. You ready?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, dude, before we start wrapping up, I got a few other questions for you that are just like baseball related. What's your favorite baseball movie?
Definitely The Sandlot.
The Sandlot? All right. Which character are you? I got a feeling you would say that.
I don't know.
With Ralph?
Are you the Jet? Are you Squints? Are you?
I don't even know which one.
Smalls? I could see you maybe being the Smalls character. I don't know about your personality.
Yeah, be Smalls.
Yeah.
I don't know how well it represent them, but
my favorite baseball movie, and I hope you've watched this movie, Major League.
I feel like I have. I just don't remember a lot of it.
I got to ask this question at the beginning, Jen, because we might have to start ending the interview. If he's going into college and he hasn't watched Major League yet, all right. If you have or haven't, whatever, you need to watch it. All right, Charlie.
It's a good one.
Charlie Sheen is Wild Thing, and you're gonna laugh. And honestly, that's really about what you're going to do throughout the movie. But it's a good baseball movie. So it's about the Cleveland Indians. So
okay,
yeah, check it out. All right, dude. Any final questions from you, Jen?
Why don't you guys throw the ball over there, guys?
Oh yeah, you want to show us?
You want to see?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see.
Don't throw the laptop there.
There's the infield over there.
Wow.
Over there.
That's nice. You know what I don't see? I don't see any parents sitting around, no dads going, I'm going to tell Johnny what he did wrong the whole time.
I know. Even there, there's a coach over there. He's still giving his input. All right.
One last question. So, how do you tune out the crowd or your parents in the stands?
I don't know. I feel like that just comes naturally. Like I don't really like notice anything going on outside of
In the
what I'm
zone.
Well, at what age did you really start pitching?
It first became like a serious thing, like probably freshman year in high school.
Okay.
Before that, I would just pitch because everyone pitches.
This leads to another couple series of questions here. So, the first time walking out on that mound, like, what's going through your mind?
Just don't suck.
Don't
throw
suck.
strikes.
Yeah.
I got it. Okay. That's a good answer right there. Well, man, I know there's a lot of
so
kids
much pressure,
out there. That's what I'm going to say. Like, I know there's a lot of kids out there that the pressure is really hard for them to overcome, whether it's opposing parents or if they're even their own parents, because I've seen parents just destroy their own kids. But like, what would you say to that 12-year-old that wants to be a pitcher, but the pressure's too hard for him?
Just try it out, see how it goes. If it doesn't work, then you could either choose to put in the work and become better at it, or put it aside and try something else.
Yeah. I think, looking at, a story and a situation like you, it's like you got to zone things out. And it seems like you do a pretty good job of managing your emotions, at least based on your answers that you've given us. So you seem like a all business guy.
Yeah.
He's got a good head on his shoulders. Never had the yips.
A couple times.
Yeah.
Well,
Tell us about that.
Oh, hold on one second. Jen, we had this last interview. I'm going to ask him the question. Let's see if he knows the answer. How many swamp donkeys have you hit?
In high school, none.
Okay. At least you knew what a swamp, I assume you knew what a swamp donkey meant.
Yeah.
Have you heard that before?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, all those kids were from Cali, weren't they?
No.
Where are those kids from? No?
I think there was one or two from California. It was really like sprinkled for all over the place. So, but yeah, so we learned the term swamp donkey the other night. I had no clue what they were talking about. I like to hit swamp donkeys. When I was growing up, that was cow tipping, but I never heard of swamp donkeys. So, all right, dude.
I feel like a new thing.
What's that?
I think it's kind of a new thing. It's been going around.
All right. It's
okay.
Yeah. It doesn't relate well to us old folk, I guess. That's a new one.
Speak for yourself. Speak for yourself.
No, listen, I know all about some drip now. So I've been well educated on drip. I don't know if I've got it, but I know about it. Dylan, do you got some drip that you wear out on the mound?
I'm kind of just basic.
Just basic.
Long pants, no jewelry, anything, no eye black.
Yep. All business. That's right. All right, dude. Last question that we ask everybody on the show, dude, is it's a super important one, and especially now that you're still pulling double duty for not right now. If you're walking up to bat, what's your walkout song?
It started as like a kind of like an inside joke with our team because some guy at a different high school struck me out, sorted me, and then he posted it on his Instagram. With the song "All Falls Down" by Kanye West in the background.
Yeah.
So I'm my walk-up song.
Okay.
But like in the middle of last season, there was this song called Calabria, like a Spanish song.
I think someone else has said that song.
I think so too. Yeah.
It was
like a thing with our team.
Yeah, I think it was like 3. I'm sorry if you're listening to this and I forgot who said that one, but I know it was very recent. So very cool. Okay. So he was trying to put some shade on you, and I'm just thinking like Taylor Swift, and you just shook it off. So dude, Taylor Swift's in everything right now. I have to bring her up on every episode from now on. So I gotta keep with the trends. So you think her and Travis are gonna get married?
Sounds like it.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I don't know. I mean, I don't see the connection, but I'm not a Swiftie, and well, actually, I do not want to offend the Swifties. I love the Swifties. All right, dude. Hey, you got to stay a Swiftie. Put it out there, man. Your fan base will grow. So,
Yeah.
All right, man. All right, we're gonna wrap up the show. At the end of every show, we say until next time, and our guests say we catch you on the slide. All right. Now, I'm going to thank everyone for listening. Just a second. Before we're done, we'll say until next time, we'll catch you on the slide. You ready?
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you, everyone, for listening again. Please continue to send in your feedback. Make sure to leave us a review. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure you hit that thumbs up, give us a like button, and hit subscribe. We appreciate everything and got some really cool, exciting news still coming very soon. The countdown is sort of started. So big things coming in the future, and we're super excited about it. So Jen, you want to close it out with Dylan?
I do. You ready, Dylan?
Yep.
All right, y'all. So until next time.
We'll catch you on the slide.
Look, the kids heard it.
We thank you for toughing it out and pushing through. Now, let's go teach the world great sportsmanship, leadership, to go inspire someone through your dedication and excitement for the game. Make sure to smash the like and follow button on all social media at the S.L.I.D.E Podcast Show and the S.L.I.D.E Pod on Twitter. Plus, leave us a review and feedback. Until next time, we'll catch you